going to have a ceremony here, a ritual ceremony for Samael, as well as for all the prince chief kings of hell, as well as for the celestials. We give our appreciation, we give our order to those entities, deities, and spirits. First, I want to say a lot of things. We're going to start with the show. I don't like saying show. Why do I keep saying it? This is the first time I've got to stand in the circle since I've got it painted with the satanic star from the Santos. So I'm going to take a couple of pictures, a couple of poses. I'm going to get the feel of it. We're going to do a few chants. We're going to meditate. We're going to kind of show you a little bit of my meditation, not go too far into it. When calling up on the Samael spirit, I want to say the difference between a king and everyone else. A celestial being, when the entities and deities know the celestial beings, such as myself, a true medium, that they can come through at will, they can talk to others at will, then what goes on there is that I don't have to do all the ritual proceedings everyone else does. That's not because I don't do them. You see, that's why there's a difference in why I'm doing what I'm doing for all the celestials. They know what I'm doing. They know what I'm up to, as well as the deities, as well as the entities, spirits, and all those that are associated in our realm together. Now, the reason why I am doing what I'm doing is because the celestials and the demons are tired of the fighting of this world. This world is sick and tired of all the fighting going on between all the religions, between all the beliefs. Simply put, the gods and the demon realm would like to return to a state for everyone, not just a few, not just an elect. And as we bring Samael, I will show you one of my chants, being the king, the emperor I am. Several years ago, when I started writing, 6 years ago, things kept happening that was out of my hand. For example, I was a minister in a Christian church. I was going through a lot of issues in my life. For one being that someone had confessed a very heinous thing to me that I have yet to share with anyone. But when I share that news to people, they will understand a little more of why I'm doing the things I'm doing, as well as for those who are very intermediate in my life. We're going to start with why I become what I become in this circle. I'm going to take you back a few years, quite a few years ago, when I realized something was wrong with my life. I went into a trance, and a huge dragon had showed up before my eyes. It scared me so bad, I had took my sword, I did not own at the time, and I had slung it at this dragon. As I slung it to this dragon, I'm the one who ended up hurt. I ended up with a huge chain around my neck, as if God had literally tried to push me into the ground. I thought for a long time I was evil, wicked. I did not know what was going on. Now, as we move forward, there was those who would find me on the floor, and when I got up, I had said, I'm Jesus Christ. But that was not Jesus Christ the way you think I am. The way that people perceive Jesus Christ, I will explain to you, Jesus Christ is necromancer. Did you understand what I just said? Now, for those who know what that means, several died on a cross. Hundreds, millions have died on crosses. My point is, and the rest of the realm's point is, in magic, why aren't you believing in all those too? Why aren't you following their face too? Maybe you are. Think about it. But that doesn't bring Jesus Christ out of the sky. On April 8th, I will be doing the first live I've done in a very long time with Script with Bones Cooper here, who is hanging out. I wanted to kind of do a little ritual with everyone. I want to give a thank you to all the deja vu thank yous out to those who deserve them, out to those who have supported, liking, and have been kind with my work. I have also had to go back into a certain type of solitude. Now, I'm out and about, and people come by and see me. Come by and see me. If you're watching this video and you miss me as much as I miss you, come by and see me. You know where I'm at. Or if I'm out and about, stop by, say hi. How are you all doing? Now, I'm going to be practicing my music shortly. I'm doing this little video. I want to kind of let people who are in the realm of course, Samuel Santos. You'll notice that I changed everything over to Archangel, Samuel Archangel. I may reverse the two words from Archangel Samuel Santos. I haven't decided yet. If you like that, let me know. Work with it in the future. There are those I have reached out to that I want to work with in the future. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Doesn't mean we're going to team up. I am a person who, if one door closes, a million others open, and I'll keep walking. I don't take my time and waste it on anything. If you think that for a second you're not going to like working with me, then we cut ties, we move on, and I get on with my life, you get on with your life, and we're good. I don't have time to stalk. I don't have time. My time is as precious as everyone else's time. That's the truth. That's how I do things. That's why I am the emperor. You say, well, the king is dead. My friends, you have not stood beside me while the wind's blowing, and I say stop, and it stops. People literally go, oh my God. You haven't been with me when I say waters part, and they literally part and go whichever way I tell them to. You haven't been standing there. I've tried to show it to you on videos, but people still. But they'll tell you, you haven't been there when I say to someone healed who has been so sick they can't even move within an hour, 15 minutes. There are people around me today will tell you they watched it, witnessed it, seen it for themselves. People get up, call it a fucking miracle, and they walk right out the doors, and they hate my guts. Go with it. Then there are those I said, you're going to be a millionaire. Hang on to it. Guess what? To this day, they still will cuss me and say I had nothing to do with it. Well, congratulations. They're not millionaires no more. That is not my fault. Devil had nothing to do with your tragedies. That is on you. If you don't know how to manage your business, if you don't know how to handle your financial responsibilities, let me tell you who I am. I own the underground. The boss that you're talking to is me. You might be talking to someone else, but at the same time I hear you. Deja vu. That's how my system works. It is my turn to rule. I get the next 7 years as prophesied from every book, from everywhere around the world in every nation. Here's the kicker though. You will hear this. There is no Jesus Christ coming back to save anybody from anything. First of all, I will explain to you death, and I will explain to you life as it reincarnates itself. That's it. I am sorry to disappoint you. If you want to believe in the cross and Jesus Christ, please go to church, pay the pastors, go ahead. Because it was said that these dreams that these people keep having is that Satan has Christians locked in coffins in the pit of hell, and he's stabbing them left and right, and all these demons are. Satan will tell you to stop stabbing. It's not the it's not the Satan that's doing it. It's not the demons. It is the Christians doing it to themselves. I really want to get that message out there for you. You really need to hear that. Stop it. You didn't see no demons doing that. You've seen other Christians doing that. You've seen people taking their own religion and stabbing each other with it. How do I know that? Because even Satan gets stabbed by the demons. Even Samuel, get his own demons who would like to try to tell me this ain't so and that ain't so. But I created it. How is that even possible? As I've said before, I am a descendancy. My ancestors' bloodline, when I trace it all the way back to Samuel, my whole life, and I come to this point when the entity in spirit keeps coming by and checking up on me, making progress, when I finally reached a point that I could tell people when I went from the Lucifer thing to this thing to that thing, I noticed one of my lights just went off. As I said, today is today. Bloodstone Megaverse is happening. It's real, my friends. It's really happening. Samuel has now taken over this vessel completely. There is no other soul in this vessel. He's been waiting for this time. As I project to you who I am, what I am, I'm also bringing out what has transpired. In the next 7 years, I will name who, what, when, where, and how. Through their bloodlines, through their ancestries, I am bringing all the ones who are promised rebirth and relife back into Earth itself. Earth is the most precious. She is alive. She has her own story to tell, and she knows who her kings and gods are. You can believe that all you want to, and you should. But if you're out here reaching somewhere else, it's not out there. Mama Earth has had you from the moment you're born to the day you die. You cannot argue that point. You can try a million different ways. You can reach somewhere else and over there. I'm not ranting and raving. I'm telling you like it is. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're born to house your own spirits, your own demons, your own angels, your own journey, your own path. It's up to you how you're going to handle those issues. Now, in our lives, we have those who come and help us through our journeys, through our problems, and who give us good instructions. Then we have those who don't. I mean, some of our closest people are parents who, great parents, but at the same time, they were messed up in issues and throwing it on their kids. I have seen that several times happen. I've talked to several believers, followers, and worshipers who say, what do I do? And I say, I'll tell you what I have to tell myself every day. I'm going to tell you about a little confession that happened to me. But first, I'm going to bring in Samuel as I do it. If you foresee you want to do it the way I do it, as I said, I'm the king. I'm the emperor. They must come to me. I am the signet holder of Solomon. Some will tell you, oh no, he's not, but they've never been here. They've never stood by my side. They've never seen the stuff fly off the shelves like everyone else around me has. If I want something to happen, if I want the sky to start raining right now, what's going to happen? It will rain. I told people, I have showed them the powers. I have showed them what I can do magically as well as trick-wise. I do both. I do magic and I do tricks. Now, the tricks of magic is for fun, but when I'm very serious and people who's been around me, while they've seen and witnessed me bring rainbows out of the sky and say, here comes a rainbow, they laugh, they snicker, and then next thing you know, it's great because in a real sense of way, they realize I was telling them the truth. Now, a lot of them say, well, God gave them that or a demon did. Okay, how did a demon give me a rainbow? Let's stop and think about that. Okay, so let's move forward. One of the biggest confessions I've had to live with in my life is when you, I'm going to tell you this. It really hurt to hear it, so it hurts to repeat it. I will tell you the truth. My mother confessed to me when I was in the womb, and I was close to being born, that she was so mad, angry, upset. She begged for an abortion. Did you hear the words come out of my mouth? She told me, she said, I hit my stomach so many times, I'm pretty sure I thought you were dead. Because there was so much going on in my life, I could not take it no more. She said, I went to the hospital and they found me bleeding. I was still pumping blood at times. At times they couldn't catch my heart rate. let that sink in for a minute. Deja vu. She said she never told nobody, but she wanted me to hear it. Several times she told people, I hope you cared about him more than you know. Because she kept saying, I shouldn't be here. Did you hear me? I am an anomaly. I've told everyone that. I haven't played games with you. I haven't lied to you. That was a confession between me and my mother. So when you ask me how do I feel about abortions, I tell you now, just like I told her then, you should have had it. You should have had the abortion. But that was a different time. Today, we can have those abortions. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want an abortion, it's your body. Go get it out. If it's going to be your prison, you don't want it in your life. Adoption, there's nothing to me that's wrong with adoption. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with abortion. You don't want a baby, that's fine, but you don't want that baby. Kick it out. Quit call it for what it is. It's a human being. Let's call it for what it is. Because you know why I tell everyone, Mama, you should have had that abortion. Because now, Samuel stands here in this place. She said she knew the moment I was conceived, something was different. Because the bloodline at the right time, with the right circumstances. Hebrew, the second born, was born. For all those who did not know that, I'm sorry. If that's the first time you've heard it, I'm not really sorry. I'm an anomaly. I am the supernatural. So ask me why I am who I am. You know what I told my mother? I told her in the womb, I remember things. And I remember somebody pounding me till I couldn't breathe. Can you imagine being that person? That's okay. We're alive today. I'm doing what I came to do. So the pits of hell, all in this tiny little circle. To a woman who gave me life. Bless her. Blessed be, molded be, loving the energy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to begin. How are we going to begin? First of all, beautiful and wonderful what's coming in the next few weeks. Bloodstone Megaverse is already heralded as making 80 million sales in its first week. Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you please for your pledges for this book, for this right here. It sets right now in publishing from the page, from Page Publishing. Right now, this is the book. I've written it. My family helped me write it. We have written a very wonderful book. Now, why do I ask that? It's set right now to sell 80 million. Can I get the rest of your pledges for that? It will help feed my family. It will help take care of us. It will extend my career for best stories ever. If you, and I say this, if you are one of the 7 princes of hell, do you know what you have to do? Help me. That star tells you everything you'll ever need to know. You are loyal to that star. You are owned by that star. Whose star is it? As I told you, a very powerful witch blessed and anointed this star upon my chest and said, it is yours, Samuel. Every upside down star belongs to you. Every upside down star, right side up, however you turn it is like the comet in the sky that's coming the 8th. I declare my kingship. Several have said, who the F are you, Samuel? Well, first we're going to start. I want to give a shout out to all those who are part of this. We have the Vesibariums. I don't say it like that the way that they do, but blessings out to each and every one of you. Spiritually has become amazing to get to know each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your help. Those who have listened to their dreams and we've communicated. Someday we will walk up and shake hand to hand, deja vu, just like we do, and start doing the things we're going to get to do together. Just waiting it out. There are several of those. I want to give a shout out to all my underground underlings. Very powerful people in this world, each and every one of you. You have a job to do. I'm not here to take that job from you. Now, if you're here to take a job from me, well then, I'm going to take a job from you. Now, second of all, anyone who wants to contest me, you have up to the 8th to contest me. 3 days from now. Trust me, I've already made it 2. I done told everyone. There were those who said, who the F are you? I've stood out in my yard. I've had people say, hey, how's it going? There's no one can contest what I'm doing because they know God is with them. And that's the way it is. You were born by design for this. This goes out to the whole world. This goes out to every world leader. This goes out to everyone. From every tribe that's hidden, to every insect, to every animal, and every human being. My book will be bought personally by people, put on their shelves all around the world. You say, why do I want to do that, Samuel? Well, as I've seen in the future, I get to go to over people's houses. And I will. I'm one of them. When I get a call, hey, you want me to come over? I'm usually there. I may not be able to make it at that time of day, but I show up. I call. I do my part because I love it so much. It's communication. It's connection. People ask me, what's in the second book, Samuel? What's in the book? Okay. First of all, let's do this. Shall we? We're going to call upon the spirit of Samuel like I normally do. So I just like to start there. So here we go. Get into the meditation state. Concentrating on that blue flame. That triangle flame around my body, lift me up. Those eyes and us, Samuel's eyes and us, Archangel Samuel, Samuel, Archangel, Samuel, Samuel, I walk your lines for you, Samuel. Samuel, Samuel, Samuel. Samuel, 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 Samael. Samael. Aha. We're going to breathe. These lungs up and running. Yeah. So, practice. Watching. Practicing. You could feel it, can't you? You could feel the energy. I was feeling it as I was doing my vibrations and letting it course through my body. And I naturally, the moment I started walking the lines, I felt the pulling and the yanking, and Samuel just... So, shall we start into the next part of this little show? I hope... My dreams are movies, acting, as well as changing the world. Changing the world that needs to be fundamentally changed. We all know a collision is happening all throughout the world. Everything has become so jumbled up that, let's face it, everything is running out of control. Nothing is nowhere. Nobody does anything. Everything is right here on social media. So many are saying, well, what's wrong with that life, Samuel? The moment the power goes out, it's total anarchy. Those who are prepared for it, well, trust me, they'll survive. Those who are not, and you have no connection with Mother Earth, nature, only but maybe, I don't know, maybe a picture or two. You've seen me out there. I do survival shows. I have done my survival shows. I love nature. If I could right now, if I sold my millions of copies of books and the whole world said, Samuel, we don't ever want to see you again, I'll go hide in the woods. I don't have to do what I do. I do it because I love what Samuel is doing for everyone. There are several kings out there tonight. There are several kings in each one of the hell's names, from Beelzebub to Asmodeus, that's right, to Aggressor, and of course to Dracula. There are also gods such as Achilles. You heard me right. Achilles. You have also the dragon queens such as Ariel. You have Tara, as well as there is such thing as Kanzara. A lot of people don't know who those people are. You will learn those people through Bloodstone Megaverses. And then in the second book I am working on right now, the goddesses are being added to the pages as we speak. Now, you say, well, who's going to be those goddesses? It's just another movie. Well, you might as well hang on away from that one, because the truth is they are real goddesses and they are real gods and they are real demons and angels waiting to be pulled through their medium. Who is that medium? The one and only Archangel Samael. That's why I tell you, if you work with me like others are working with me, I have several work underneath me who do not claim to be a god, who do not claim to be a king of hell. They are in legions of their own ranks. They're not trying to be. Now, there are those I am in contact with who are of higher stature. When this is what will happen eventually. When I finally sat down with these people, different ones in time, I will be able to tell them who they are, what they're supposed to be doing. But if I can't, then we'll never sit down and you'll never hear, and I will move on as well as you will too. I will not be fooled. Everyone else says, well, I'm not going to be fooled either. Well, you may have missed your opportunity by being fooled. You see, for years I was told I was nobody. Did you hear me? For years I told myself I want nothing to do with satanics. I want nothing to do with what they do. But you see what I'm saying? For years I let everyone else talk to my brain but me. I never would stop and take the time to let Samuel sit down with me and discover what was locked up in me. You know, we actually pour out the signs through our skins, through our clothes, through our colors. We pour out our entity, our essence through what we wear, how we do this, how we do that. It's like most people tell me, wow, it's so amazing to know you have had total reconstructive surgery on this shoulder. This is impossible. 45 pounds slinging it around on a shoulder that's full of nothing but nuts and bolts. There are those who said, oh man, I had this surgery 3 or 4 times, that surgery 4 or 5 times. Man, wow, I've got total replacement. They literally took my arm and bone out of my skin and lay it on the table to save it. Can you do that with 45 pounds? It's the magic. It's the Samael. It's Mama Earth reaching to Samael saying, my king, my king, my king, come to me. My emperor, my God, my creation, my creator. Together we work all this. Everyone loves what I do. I am totally enjoying the stuff we get to do. But those who are so scared of the hexes and the punishments, I've never punished no one. I've hexed them several times, but I do not punish like you think. But I will say this to you. Satan is a cross hanger. That's what it said. Do not think Satan is not a cross hanger. You do unto me. You come after my kingship. You see what I'll end up doing to you 2,000 years later. Today, tomorrow, and eternity. I don't play. I don't need a casket. I am the angel of death. I was born the Scorpio on a certain day, under the certain moons, under certain stars, at a certain time, declaring me the Samael. I didn't know that. I do today. You follow me now. Isn't it beautiful to be able to breathe out in the open air? Take this time. Where else do I want this to go? Bloodstone Megaburst will be sold worldwide at 80 million its first week. Will you pledge yourself to buy a copy? To start saving now. You can actually get on Page Publishing website and all that and go ahead and pre-order Bloodstone Megaburst. Trust me, those who support me, those who support my work, and you show me you supported my work, the day will come you get free things. Let me tell you what I mean by them free things. Can I tell you this? Will you listen? Will you take the time to tell everyone? Take the time and share it with everyone. The greatest story. They come out last week saying we have 4 or 5 writers, the very best, sitting in offices, trying to get through the door. I know that they've got through the doors, from Warner Brothers to Paramount to Disney, are all looking at it. All of them, even here and around the world. I can name the names. I'm not going to, but you know who you are. This also comes in series formats. So many series, different ones. If you want in my enterprise, you know how to get a hold of me. You can pre-order the book right now. You can call Page Publishing and say, I want to be on your list. I want one of my copies, because I know the day will come when me and Samael meet. I'll be able to sign off on it. I'll be able to show you who you are, and what you're doing, and leave you a blessing behind. What does that mean? I have several of them coming. For example, I was fixing to tell you, I had a cruise liner company call me personally, said I had deja vu. We had Bloodstone Megaburst written across our cruise line ships, and we were giving away free package deals with vacations, and I said, do it. Free of charge. They're not charging me. They're painting it on. They're putting it on there, and they're going to advertise it. So don't be shocked. You come by a cruise line, and there it is written wide across their boats. I also had a man who got in touch with me who says, I own the world's largest airliner system in the world. I want you to know, as soon as your book comes out, I'm waiting on it. He said, because I'm thinking about giving free tickets, plane tickets for those who has bought our book. Notice what he said, our book. That's how I feel about it. This is our book, people. This is how I go from here to what you want up there in that top seat of anywhere, everywhere. I will carry your voice with me. What does that mean? Free cruise liners, trips, free airplane trips. What is very possible for you? Is somebody else doing that for you? Ask your world leaders if they're working on that for you. So far, no. No, they're not. They're giving you high mileage miles somewhere around here, there, yonder. But these are people dedicated to my peoples. If you're part of my peoples, you will buy a copy of this. As soon as you hear about it, you'll keep it in deja vu in your mind for it. You're going to want your ticket. Each book is a ticket you must have in your hand and made from Page Publishing as well as receipt. Now remember that. Keep your receipts every time you buy one of my books. Like I said, I have an airplane guy. See, I'm not going to say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. I want to give him a shout out. Said I would, mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you, bro. Love you. As well as to the cruise liners. I know. Deja vu. Deja vu. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I did not get around to it. I was doing a show. Somebody give me some contribution money to help pay some bills around here. Put some paints on some walls. Thank you. Let me tell you who they are. They are an enterprise beyond enterprises. They told me what they'd like to see. Here it is. Thank you. Thank you. I took some pictures, sent it off. They come back, thumbs up. We believe this is what the people are looking for. This is what we're looking for. I do have the mask. I am going to be doing the music. We are looking at putting it on Spotify as well as iTunes and stuff like that for Bloodstone Megaburst, the music album. I'm working on it. You know, that's what we're talking about. All these things is such a... Okay, one of the big secrets is trains. It won't be long till the train, you see a train, and it will have Bloodstone Megaburst on it, as well as those who's going to be getting free rides on it from Bloodstone Megaburst. You see what I'm talking about? That's why I asked you to participate. I asked you to make your pledge. You're getting your ticket when you buy your copy of 1849 Bloodstone Megaburst. How does that work? How does that work? How do I get a ticket on a train or there? Well, after the book is sold and a certain time is set, those certain places will have certain tickets. You'll have to have your number, you'll have to have your receipt, and you will be notified if you get that free ticket. It will be like having a rifling. That's right. And here's the thing. On Bloodstone Megaburst, I'm setting it up right now. Most people who don't know about Bloodstone Megaburst, go to Bloodstone Megaburst Facebook page. I'm putting this stuff on here as well as this video. And that way, when we go back, we can sit here and talk about this stuff, as well as saying it like this. I will be rifling those tickets. I will use those books as tickets. Those who will be conversing with me on my Facebook by that time. That's why this is so important. That's why I'm going to ask everyone, make me the #1 book within 2 or 3 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. Everyone. Go buy your family copies. For example, let's say you have 4 or 5 family members, right? And you're that person, you love books. And you're like, you should really get this guy's book. It's awesome. You sit down, you read it. Everybody gets fun out of my book. There's a little offense. There's a little explicitness. But there is so much great smiles in this book. There is you cannot say you don't like this book. So far, everybody, look, I've even said it. I sent it off to the 6 top. The 6 top book distributors. The top 6. That's right. I want you to get a hold of Barnes & Noble. All of you. Say, hey, Bloodstone Megaburst, we need our book there when it comes out. Barnes & Nobles, can you do that for me? Because you're going to want to sell my book. Because there's going to be more tickets. Are you understanding? I know you do. You want to see this happen. You want to see people get free stuff, because I do too. I'm not going to just have an empire. I'm giving it back. I told you I would. I also have several places that has already said to me, hey, let me know when it comes out. We plan to start giving away free food and stuff. all from Bloodstone Megaverse, because we know you're giving us the blessings back. I send them out there. We just ate at one of the best places to eat, a place called Majestics, Mayfield, Kentucky. Yummy, yummy on the pizza. The food was superb tonight. The host, the waiter, he was exceptional, as well as the hostesses. Everyone there, pleasant, wonderful, and got decent prices on that stuff. And I'm talking to you about, oh, it was so good. I had to throw down an all-meat pizza for myself. I'm telling you. Now, yeah, deja vu on several ones. You know what? I hadn't ate there for a minute, but I'll be eating there tonight or this weekend as soon as the money rolls in. But that's what I'm telling you about. Let's say you're the breadwinner of the family, and you're buying a book, and you're like, Mom or Dad or sister, brother, do you have a copy of this book? It's like, no, I don't have the money. Well, buy them a copy. Get them a receipt with it. Hand it to them. It will be one of the best Christmas presents of all eternity. It is actually scheduled to sell more than the Bible itself. If you can imagine that, you can. Deja vu. It will outdo every book ever sold from now to the next 20 years. Do you hear me? From now to the next 20 years. That isn't my prophecy, ladies and gentlemen. Let me clear that up. That came, listen to me, that came to me via 7 different people, 7 different entities, 7 different witches, 7 different, are you listening? 7 different sorcerers, 7 different pastors of churches, Christians. That came from 7 different pastors of satanics. That came from 7 different Muslim men, I know right now. So they've all seen it. So they all know it. They've all perceived it. And here's what they all say. We loved it. We had never seen nothing so structured so well. Like I said, I sent this book to 6 different people. I would not, listen to me, I would not release this book. I told all of them, first of all, they did not know I set this up. I had told certain people here, if this book does not get 6 approvals of the top 6, I will go back and start rewriting. When that entity of Samuel come to visit and he sat down with that, you can ask people here. I would literally sit with a pen, literally pounding on the paper, writing nonstop. To sever it was junk and garbage over and over again. I'm talking, I was writing sex rituals. Are you listening? I'm talking, I was writing pornography out of this world on these pages. I was writing death sentences, blood sentences. Now listen to me. Don't go off somewhere else. Come back here. Then Samuel's like, throw it all away. Throw every bit of it away. Don't hold on to it. We're going to burn them. We're going to throw them away because something else spectacular is coming. Check this out. That's when I started getting visited by Mama Planet her spirit. Samuel showed me the ways. Samuel kept saying, Samuel, Samuel. And I kept going with Samuel. You'll notice in the book there's a U in it. That does not deter Samuel from Samuel. You see my point. To him, it's his same name. You can't change it. It doesn't matter how you put the words. You can say Samuel, and he'll still come through. That vibration, that feeling, it doesn't depart from that. It's his. He knows. So remember that. Now, when I started writing Bloodstone Megaverse and putting my memoirs together and all the structures of these memoirs together, I found myself fascinated on quite a few things. I'm going to get into the archangel side of things. I am a powerhouse. Once I started writing the book, and everything started structurally sound, going together like a song. You can literally take the book and try to sing to it. That's how good this book is. You see, Samuel took all this other stuff out of my head, pitched it away, and said, now you write what I need written. And now that's my world going into the future for everyone. I literally took the junk out of my head and threw it away. So I could write this. So I could see what we're talking about with solid stone, which is a neutral atom like a stone. It would almost be like if you could tap into it, you can control it. For those of magic who are in certain colors, it's not named. Solid stone has 12 colors. Solid stone has 12 colors. Each one is a class of magic, much like in the world we live in today. And through the book, you will have, of course, the red solid stone, which is the highest of magical capabilities. That's the way that works. The black solid stone. The green. Each one represents something. The yellow, the blue. Each one will represent something. Bloodstone Megaverse actually started with 12 dragons on a council of 9. Malefax, the red dragon, is considered the alpha dragon. If you go through every religion, if you go all the way back to 6 civilizations, the red dragon is always appearing. So, to put that lightly, the red dragon is subsequently the entity throughout all time and space since the beginning of time. Why the word Malefax? As you see my work through Malefax, I wrote a series of books, I keep saying it, about Malefax and his life, what he did through Bloodstone Megaverse. He actually had a kingdom named Bloodstones. It would be a lot like a dinosaur period where they were smart. If that makes sense. It changed from dinosaur to human avatars. So writing that book, those series of books, ended up transpiring to become later on what you would envision. Now, it was about a young man who had to deal with things others don't have to deal with. It would actually coexist a lot with my life. I think it was my way of trying to get out the story of me in a very weird, unique circumstances, how I daydreamed growing up about these events happening, and I put them in those books. Little did I know that the Samael would take over. He doesn't care about this life. He doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about this over here. He doesn't freaking care. The only thing he cares about is doing what he was sent here to do by Mama Earth. He could care less. This is exactly what I'm telling you. This thing where this is becoming very I'm catching the deja vu. I really am. So I can go back and listen to all this. I just wanted to get in the ritual stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, my lifespan, will I ever see it come to pass? I pray so. I do pray so. I do pray to see me on the very top. I mean, I'm doing it. I'm going to do it whether you like it or not. Okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. I will do it all night long. I'm the only one who can tell you a quickie for me is 2 hours. I'm going to do it as long as I goddamn got to get it done. And I won't stop until my last heartbeat. So if you don't like it, please stop me. Put it into me. Put it into me, because I will be pushing it on social media. I will keep pushing it everywhere I got to. The day will come when I will advertise a certain restaurant will have free food all day long for those that had bought the book, come in and participated with Bloodstone Megaverse. I'm also trying to set up a company full of stocks as well that you can invest in the stocks soon, someday. I want this to go out to Warner Brothers. I don't know if they'll ever listen to it or not, really. You know, for those like me who truly care about what's going to happen to our children and our grandchildren, they want this book. They know they need this book. They know they need to pass it down to their children. So they're going to push it. Warner Brothers, I would push my book at 100% because I have deja vu with each and every one of you. I know those who have played around. I know those who haven't. I know those who are helping and those who ain't. And when I walk up in your presence, and I will one of these days, because you're going to usher me in there, you're going to know one thing. I will know whether you cared and helped me or not. If you cared and you helped me, your grandchildren and grandchildren's and your children's have a future. Don't believe me? Right now, in all the movies around the world, they keep hanging my star, which is upside down. Let me say it to you like this. I started this project 6 years ago. I told everyone, anyone, and everybody, if you were mine, watch my stuff without requesting my friendship. Now, there were those who told me, said, well, you have 1 or 2 viewers, you maybe have 1 or 2 likes. Did you hear what I told you? When I went to the town of Mayfield today, I met with thousands. You see what I'm talking about? You see, that's where everybody keeps saying, well, he's not good on social media. You're wrong. My peoples who are sitting right there in the same room with you, smiling at you, knowing they are mine. And they know it too. Males, females, young, old, they all belong to me. Already. Why should I have to argue about that? I'm not arguing. I'm having a good time. I told you 6 years ago, I was putting it out around the world from my old friends who were wrestlers to my old boxing buddies. How are you guys doing? To the world leaders out there. Each one I've been sending the letters to, the messages to, each one who come back. We hear you, Samuel. We are with you. We're not against you. You're the one thing we would rather stick someone on a cross than to ever think we're playing a game with me. You were warned before you played that game. You were told by me, hey, there's only 2 ways this is going to work when you play chess with me. A, do you want to win? Or B, do you want to lose? I promise you I will give you what you want. But you remember, I will always get what I want first. Oh yeah, you will sit down and play that game. When you read my book, you'll notice I invited you to the dinner. You did not invite me to the dinner. By the way, one of my favorite quotes I love to from beginning of time to now. Ladies and gentlemen, please wake up. Please wake up. Oh, please wake up. Ding, 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 deja vu. You're in my world. I'm not in yours. Yours is a fad. Mine is not. Mine is the real deal. You see, how would you really want a God? A God who parted the sky and come out and stand up with all the world and say, oh, here I am, I've done nothing to be here. Or the God who is set day and night, pounded the ground, put the nuts and bolts in with the poor people, picked them up, fed them when they had no food, gave them stuff when I had nothing, kept giving and giving and giving until my fingers bled and I was hungry, begging for help when people wouldn't listen to me. But then I wake up even to this day and still gave you mercy when no cross hangers gave you mercy. I still say to you, come climbing out of that casket in your hell. Get out of your casket, demons. You're not Christians. Get out of your caskets. The biggest thing that makes satanic people mad is it's Christians who say they're not doing it and they're the ones doing it. So climb out of your caskets. Are you religious zealots who sit here and go, I don't do that stuff, and you're the one saying they're doing it? We don't want to hear it. Satanic is we are. And we will. If I want a sex orgy and I want to record it live with, of course, grown-up people who are what? Of age, then I'll do that. I don't need no cross hanger come telling me I can't. Now you know why satanic people are like they are. I'm going to have my fun, are you? I promise you I am. I hope you be responsible. I pray you don't want to mutilate yourselves. I pray you take care of that down here. I am of a holy covenant. But that doesn't mean your holy covenant. That doesn't mean some Christian's holy covenant. I am of a holy statue. My statue is, if you hex me, I'm hexing you back. If you come to think you're going to kill me, harm me, or hurt me, you're going to be the one hurt, harmed, and killed, not me. Because every strike you take to me, everybody knows this one when they look me in the eye for the first time, or they plan to harm me. They have that dream, they have that deja vu, that imagination. It's like a guy earlier today told me, he said, who the fuck do you think you are? And I said, you are dirt in your eye. Guess what? Guess what? To right in that deja vu, dirt in that eye. Glass in the eye from a guy 2 months ago who thought he was going to tell me something. You don't think I won't, I will. Before we get me to me eye to eye, I will tell you every time, please be respectful. I promise you, with all my heart, I am too. But the moment you jump at me, I'm jumping back. I don't wait. I've already heard it. I've already felt it. So you see, I understand. It's the king and the emperor. Humans perceive that a little bit different than everyone else. But I'm the king. So when I tell you, if Beelzebub's standing right here laughing and sitting there looking in the camera with you, what do you think's happening? And he ain't laughing at me. He's looking at you laughing. You see my point? You see why I'm an archangel? You see why creation follows me like she should? There's only 2 archangels. In book 2, I will explain that from a Holy Covenant statute, but not until my book has fully come out. Samuel's not playing. He wants his world. He will do what he has to have it. What does that mean? If Samuel leaves this vessel, he will tell me what earthquakes have happened. Are you listening? What pestilenceness has spread across the lands for it. Bloodstone Megaverse must be number 1 at all cost. Are you listening? You better be. Oh, that's what the spirits are talking about. That's why all the magics, even to Christians' magics, they're all saying the same thing. Don't play with Samuel. Buy his book, put it on your shelf, read it nightly as if it's the Bible itself, because you're going to love what's going to happen in the future. My guess is, don't hex me, I'm not going to hex you. You bless me, I'm going to bless you. You want nothing to do with me, walk away. It won't be long till you're walking right back. Because you feared yourself Nothing. You didn't feel me. Yes, if I got my mask, I got all my masks. Do I play with my mask? In time, my shows will have other characters. I am doing, being 50, almost 52-year-old now, prophesied I will live 126 years. I've already looked into that future. Damn, I still as good fucking looking sexy as I've ever been and can still do it like that at 26. I'm not having the issues you are. Just saying. Ouch. That's what a king should do. That's what your emperor should do. Almost 6 foot tall, 200 pure pounds of muscle, just a tiny little bit on the sides of a little bit of extra loving. But let me put it to you that way. I'm here to rock you like a rock you like that whole world, rock you to the top, rock. Baby, we ain't gotta stop, but we rock it, yeah. Wiggle like that. Here, put that in my mouth. Put it on my mouth. Samuel, the angel, the archangel, ooh, no, you're the archangel, ooh, you know what I am, archangel. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so this goes out to each and every one of you. So let me see here. I'm going to try to get some deja vu here. Hold that. That in your hand. Hold it. Pay attention. There. Trying to get some help. Get my candles situated here. How is everyone doing? Bloodstone Megabus, 1849 at Page Publishing. Please get you a copy. Please pledge. Please take your time, support our work. I am working on giving people freebies. I've actually planned to start with some furniture places. Hey, how you doing? Ashley out there. I'm telling you, I'm also talking to some Renaissance. Ooh, you see, I'm not here to play, people. If you want that blessing, well, you're going to be all over. It's kind of like my song I'm singing about YouTube. It's weird, but I have put out a song that says, guess what? I'm all over YouTube. That's right. As well as to all my social media outlets. X, how you doing, my old friend? Elon Musk, how you doing? And not old friend, brother, Elon Musk, we will have fun together one of these days. Well, let's do the presidents of this world and creation. Each one has played their part, as well as those that are prime ministers around the world. Let me say it like this to you all. You know, all the way from Palestinians, may you have a blessed day. As well as the Jews, have a blessed day. As well as, I could go on and on, the Germans, the French, please. Even you know you're Australians, hey, Britain, love each and every one of you. All around the world, people are seeing more and more of my dreams come true. I am too. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Please subscribe to Bloodstone Megaverse. Please like and share. Put your pledge with me. I promise you it will not be wasted. You will get it back. It may take a day or two, it may take a year or two, but if you keep on focused with me, I will stay focused with you. We will create theme parks. Are you hearing me? Theme parks together. free of charge in the future. Food, very expensive restaurants, very expensive vacations I'm working in the process of. As well as series. Listen to me, book writers. In the next 20 years, Bloodstone Megaverse will be an honor to write for. Beyond any honor. Just think if you're a screenwriter. I will have all the gods, all the names up under my books. It's a ritual. Bloodstone Megaverse is the ritual. You see what I mean? Then you wonder why people like the work I do. So will you support? Will you give me a chance to entertain your mind just for a little while, as we like to do now? Been at the gym a little bit for the last couple of weeks. Oh man, isn't that amazing? Thank you so much. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. What else can we do here that I would really like to do? Oh, no. Don't tell me that you love me, baby. Don't tell me that you care. I hear you. Don't tell me that you need me, as it's a long ass way from here, oh, to there. I know all about it, baby, but it's a long ass way from here to there. I know all about it, baby, so I hope you see my dreams coming clear with you. Love it, love it. Of course, take that bull by the horn. Oh, yeah, yeah. That heart is wild and hungry. Your mind is all made up. When it comes to riding, you know you can take it tough. You don't bend and you don't break. You got to ride that bull, 'cause you're not some clown in a rodeo. Hell nah. You got to take. You gotta take. You got to take my love by the horn. Now let it down and around now. And we get it around and around and take my bull by the horns and bring it down and around and bring it down and around and take it. Yes. And of course, bang to the banger, boom, 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 ba da bang to the banger, boom, 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 bang to the banger, boom, 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 bang to the banger, boom, 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 bang to the banger, banger, boom, boom, boom to the banger, banger, bang, bang, boom to the banger, banger, bang, bang, bang to the bang, bang, boom, boom. For Bones Cooper, Samael, I'm gonna be practicing my music soon live. Soon live. I hope you've enjoyed tonight. We're going to extend the blessed be, motive be for those in simple tongues. It's okay. It's okay. You're with the King. We're going to close out this. I feel the blessings. I feel the spirits all collecting now around me, even stronger now that the 8th is on its way. So to each and every one of you, thank you so much for your time, for your patience, for your understandings, so very much. Motor be, blessed be, from your Emperor and King, your brother and friend Faust. I'm still here with each and every one of you. Have a lovely and wonderful day. Da, 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 da. To the archangels, blessed be.